My 32F, husband 33M, said I was being difficult because I didn't know where a jar was. The other night I was in the middle of making dinner. Everything was prepped, and my husband, 33, asked if I needed anything. I asked him to grab a jar of marmalade from the cabinet above the counter. It's a small cabinet with only 3 shelves, so not a huge space to search. As I was prepping the chicken, he started asking what shelf it was on and what it looked like. I told him, I don't know, it's just a jar. He responded with, "Why do you have to be difficult?" Frustrated, I grabbed the old jar from the fridge to show him what it looked like, and only then did he find the new one. I finished cooking dinner but felt upset. I didn't like being called difficult over something so small. All I asked was for him to find one thing while I was handling the rest of the meal. Later, we talked about it, and he said it wasn't what I said, but the tone I used, which he felt implied he was stupid. He thought I could have just told him exactly where the jar was. I told him I didn't know its exact location and that I was frustrated because I was doing everything else, and this was one task I'd asked him to handle. He said calling me difficult wasn't as bad as the tone I'd used, but I argued that they weren't the same. I was upset because I felt he was making something simple into a bigger issue. The conversation ended with him storming off, texting me later to say, "I'm sorry for storming off, but that conversation was going in circles. We both think the other was out of line, and we'll just agree to disagree." I don't think this is something we should just agree to disagree on. How do I handle this?